Hello, I'd like to show you around Mymathlab a little bit now. So when you log into your Moodle page, our Online Foundations College Algebra, you will be able to see your assignments. Okay, you've got a lot to do in week 1 here, but I want to jump to week 2 because this is what it's going to look like normally. You'll have readings, and usually there's video notes, and then there's some PowerPoints, which are the notes that I was working out on those videos. So use both of them, use one of them, something. That's considered your lecture for the week. Okay, so you do need to read through those readings. And then you'll have assignments in Mymathlab. Now you will also have a discussion forum and a quiz here. I just haven't got around to building those yet. But whenever you click on this, this green P, it's going to link you into Mymathlab. Okay, and it might be helpful to go ahead and look through this Word document here, signing up for Mymathlab. Let me pull that up for you. Move my box here. Okay, so to register for Mymathlab, like I said, under that week 1, find that green box with the P that states, what kind of homework you got, and then click that assignment. It's going to open up a new page with a yellow box that states Open My Lab in Mastering. And once you hit that, you can sign in with an old Mymathlab account or My Writing Lab, if you've done some of that stuff. So you can sign in to that old account, or you will create a new account. Okay. Either way, be sure you're writing down your username and password, because I don't have access to that stuff. So if you forget it, you have to call the Mymathlab company, and they're not the easiest to get a hold of. So please write it down. If you do create an account, it's going to want an email. Use the one that you check the most often. Okay, it doesn't have to be your Black River email, just something that you're going to check. Once you've gotten logged in to your Pearson account, it will then ask for you to, it will give you directions on how to access my Foundations of College Algebra class. Okay. It's going to ask for an access code, and that's something that you've purchased from the bookstore or online or wherever you buy your books at. Okay. Sometimes it's a little pamphlet that you open, and there's a scratch off that you can scratch, and it gives you a code. Okay. So if you've bought it already, get that handy. That's in step 4 there when it asks for the access code. If you have not bought it yet, you can buy it from Pearson, Mymathlab, and it's usually a little cheaper than it is in the bookstore. But if you're using financial aid, you're going to be tied to the bookstore. So you can buy it online. If you're not ready to buy it just yet, if you don't have the funds for it just yet, there is an option to do a temporary access, and it will give you 14 days for free. Okay. Now that's 14 calendar days, okay, not school days. There will be a link near the bottom of the page if you want to do that temporary access. But just realize that you need to get in there in the next 14 days and pay for it and get full access. Okay. And then after that, you can go to your course and click on it and all that good stuff. All right, let me take you back to Moodle. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on it just to show you what we're looking at here. And we've got to open My Lab in Mastering. And we click on that, and it's going to pull us into Mymathlab. Now, mine's going to look a little different than yours just because I'm a teacher. Okay, so I'm seeing some different stuff here than what you do. Let me do this. Okay. So when you click on your assignments, which is where it should pull you up automatically. Again, mine's different just because I'm a teacher. When you're at the assignments, you should have a list of available assignments. Now, you can see that just this first section is all that's available to me right now. And you can see that it is due on Sunday, the 16th at 8 p.m. Okay. And it won't let me expand my box anymore. But over here, you can also click See Score and see what you've made on it. Now, I've not done anything yet, so of course I've got a 0. When you click on the assignment, it will pull up this page, just a quick overview. It'll tell you when it's due, last day you worked on it, your current score. Okay, and you can see there's 45 questions. I don't want that to alarm you. This is the first section. Some of it does go very quickly. Okay. Let's try, I just want to pick a random question here. Alright, so here's what it's going to look like when you get into the homework. Up here at the top, you've got the section of homework that you're looking at, and you can see that I'm on question 22 because I just randomly picked one. And you can arrow back and forth to different questions. You don't have to work them in the order they give them. Okay. You can click this little button over here and jump big time. Okay. You can jump from question 1 to question 20, whatever you want to do there. The homework score updates automatically. Okay, and that's really kind of nice. So you can see that whenever you get a question right, it's going to give you points. If you get a question wrong, it won't give you points. If you get a question right, it gives you points. Okay, so that's really kind of nice too. Down here at the bottom, let me move me out of the way. Down here at the bottom, you have some tutorial stuff. Okay, the Help Me Solve This is going to give you your exact problem. Okay, when we've got x equals 7, we've got to plug it in for 2 plus 3x. So they're going to talk you through this problem. They'll say that you've got to plug 7 in for the x, and you can check, and it'll give you the next step. And then we figure out, well, 3 times 7 is 21. And then we can say, well, 2 plus 21 is 23. Check answer. So final answer is 23. Now, when we go back to our problem, it's a new problem now. Okay, so Help Me Solve This is not my favorite just because it gives me a new problem all the time. But I do like the View an Example because it gives you something similar. It's not the same exact thing as your problem, but it does give you something very similar, and it just talks you through the steps. It doesn't bother you with those little questions all the time. So if you need that View an Example or Help Me Solve This, please use it. There's also links to a video. Now this is an animated book video, okay, that you can absolutely watch and see if it can help you. You also have a link to your textbook, okay, so I didn't require that you buy a textbook because Mymathlab comes with a textbook. So it is an ebook that you have access to, and it takes you right to the section you need to be in, okay, and you can flip through there, scroll through, you can flip to the next page somehow. There we go. Okay, so you can flip through that book anytime you need it. All right, now, whenever you get ready to answer your question, let's say x equals 4, so 4 times 4 is 16. And let's say I forget to add the 3. I'm just going to answer 16. And it says no. Try again. So it's still the same question, and let's say I'm going to do 16 plus 3 and get 20. And it says nope, try again. Okay, so it keeps giving you a lot of attempts. Let's say I'm going to guess 25. Finally, it gets tired of you guessing. Okay, usually you get about 3 attempts. So it tells you, you answered 25, the correct answer is 19. Don't hit Skill Builder. That's going to take you into some weird stuff. Just close out of that. And you can see it's given me 0 points, and it's marked it as an X here. Okay, but if you hit Similar Question, it gives you a whole new number 22 and lets you try again. So if we do 8 times 3, that's 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. And yay! So you can see I now have a 2.78% on my homework. Okay, and it changed that red X to a green check mark. Okay, so all your homework works like this, that you can keep working at it and keep working at it until you get that 100%. All right, there's no reason you can't have 100 on the homeworks. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to show you. The student gradebook I'm going to turn off. We're going to keep our gradebook in Moodle. So I think that was probably it. It won't, if you don't do the homework during the week that it is assigned, it's not going to let you back into that homework to look back through it. Okay, so be sure you're doing the homework as it is assigned. There is no late work in this class. If you don't do it, you miss it, and it's a 0 for the week. Okay, so make sure that you are making time for these homeworks and quizzes, discussion forums, but also make sure you're making time for the lesson. Okay, if you just want to look through the PowerPoint slides and look how the steps work out, that's great. If you want to pull up the PowerPoint and run the video of me actually teaching it in a classroom and see if that can help you. You know, sometimes I talk different things than what I write down in that PowerPoint, so it might make more sense to you if you run the video. You don't even have to use the PowerPoints if you just want to watch the video, and because I do have the PowerPoint projected into the video. So make time for this class. Okay. Thank you.